I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past them to try, and I don't have an answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now, there's no escape."
Hichan, it looks like we're together again. Yay, yay!
Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. The infamous 2. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly. Sign language.
What's wrong, Hichan?
Sign language.
Oh, Hichan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Hichan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early. Right, right. Ha 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 ha!
I'm so happy you two are able to laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only 2 problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there.
Huh? Who, Hichan?
Her. Hanako. Over there. Does she always work alone?
I think so, Hichan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone?
I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea, Hichan.
Why not?
Hichan wouldn't get along with her.
Yeah, I can see that big time. Why? That's a stupid question, it's obvious. Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but still has that lilting up and down quality present in everything she says.
Just because, Hichan?
By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she's been saying this whole time. Sign language. Oh, and a not-so-happy face. They don't like each other, which is obvious. She is shy. She absolutely detests shyness, I'm quite sure.
That's a weakness. What is Shi-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that.
You just did. You said it anyway.
I know, Hi-chan. It's fine if you overhear.
I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time, so there is never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? The enemy of my... No, the friend of my enemy is my... What did she say? Let's go back to that. The friend of my enemy is my enemy. So she doesn't dislike her because of her character, but because she has a friend that is the enemy. Well, Shizune probably has the whole school full of enemies because she's overly competitive. But I can't actually see Hanako having a friend. I mean, that's going against her character, I dare say. Oh, hold it. Didn't Lily walk after her yesterday? So, yeah, I could see that happening. In any case, that's kind of... It is harsh, and it is... But it's so entirely Shizune. But it's nice of Misha to actually think that this is too harsh. I mean, it's okay for not liking somebody and not wanting to work with somebody, but that sentence is just unnecessary. Hold it. How do I get back to where I was? There, that's where I was. Sign language.
Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hi-chan.
We finished with time to spare, and I decide to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The ones with actual boxed lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels that I'm the only one who can see her. Almost as if she was invisible. Sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Okay, I could go and talk to Hanako, or I could read my book. Now, seeing as I didn't get along with her at all last time, and since she's such a scared bunny, why should I do that again? On the other side, I might try to make up for scaring her last time, so... And, I mean, Hisao obviously seems interested in her. She's bothering him, I dare say. She's not... She's a a speck of dust in his eye. It's just like he keeps watching her because it doesn't feel right to him. Oh, will you stop that? Stupid, stupid windows. So, it's a good question. Oh, I don't know. I mean, they're both... I don't know. But, I think he would go and try it again. Come on. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I'd better say something. Hey there, Hanako. Oh my. Wasn't a good idea. Go back to your book. Oh my.
Hisao?
Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here and thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice her scarring once more. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up.
That's okay. It was my fault.
Nah, that wasn't anyone's fault. It's just kind of happened. So, are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before.
Yes, Lily.
Oh, you mean Lily the blind girl? Hanako only nods in response, and I can't help but wonder if defining people through their disabilities is a faux pas of the worst kind, or just normal here. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends?
Yes.
As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now. Right, as if a question like that will ease her tension. Hey, I think I'm making you nervous, which is why I'm going to tell you that I hope I'm not making you nervous.
No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here.
Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom?
Not really.
Hanako's gaze drifts past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about there? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly this is something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make a strange sort of sense, Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. Hanako is so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door.
Lily.
Ah, Hanako. Good morning. Is the president here?
Yes.
Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again, as if to confirm she can't hear them, even though that's impossible. I suppose we'd best be off then. Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. It's only my 3rd day here. I should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. Still, it's a little funny to find out that this school has little feuds just like my old high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday. Oh my, is that Hisao? I didn't realize you were here. It seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me. Sorry, Lily. I thought you realized. No, it's all right, Hanako. Hisao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding. If you say so. I'm still working this place out. Well then, I think you'll find most people here are a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you are feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Sure, I'll remember that.
Lily?
Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement. I'm sorry, Hisao, but we must be off. Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you two? I know I'm kinda pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling. I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako? She looks at Lily, then at me, and then she freezes, wide-eyed.
Sure.
Well then, shall we go? I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little, my vision briefly goes black. Uh-oh. Ouch. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. More girls. This game keeps throwing girls at me. Oh. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. That's not true, she has. It's just like not complete. Or she does, but they are not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. Thighs are part of the legs. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. He really has a problem with, inabilities. Or disabilities. Which is stupid. I'm actually drinking tea, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, so hooray for Dragonster. Boo to Hisao. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose and jumps up. Twin Tails girl. Okay.
Oh man! Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. Sorry.
She's looking really apologetic, in the herd puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since herd puppies are my weak spot.
He does have a sense of humor.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Ouch. Oh. Uh-oh. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. Uh-oh, don't do that. That's not good. Oh, it seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized that I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart.
Well, you should be. You had a heart attack.
No need. I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me, big time, but it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay. I said I was fine, and nothing's broken. No harm done.
That's good. I was...
Uh-oh.
Hisao, what happened?
She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried. More than what the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious. Just winded.
Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff, and I was in a kind of a hurry.
That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything.
Hi, Lily. Hanako.
I guess the girls know each other. Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute I find myself smiling.
I know that. I was just... I gotta go. Teacher'll have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've got to change and everything.
Whoop. Before any of us can say a thing, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet.
Look at Hanako's face going, oh my goodness. And Lily, of course, is slightly disapproving of that sort of behavior.
Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off, then? Lily heads off along the hallway, and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with the thermos and tea bags, as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day? Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we ended up using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reactions to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That, and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune, I'm quite sure of that. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seemed a bit flustered before. Well, apart from getting lost every now and again, and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess. Come on, he made a joke, he should be smiling.
You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay?
For a brief moment I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled.